to none. But we have to go. We have to know where are we going. So let's get to the map ban phase. 3 bans per team, with the 7th match being the one that we play.
Kafe has not been banned yet.
Please no.
Because Kafe was the only map.
Please no.
Kafe was the only map that. So Kafe was the. I was trying to say the only map that Team 1 beat MIBR on in the qualifier finals. But I will say that MIBR did beat Team 1 in the qualifiers earlier on Kafe. And both of those matches on Kafe were very close.
Were they not up? So the last time, if I remember, Kafe in the qualifiers. I don't have my notebook here. I really wish I did. I got a new notebook.
Got a new one.
I got a new notebook, by the way.
This one's much nicer.
It's much nicer.
Yes.
I got a new notebook. So unfortunately, that institutional knowledge going all the way back to... I can't remember when I started using that notebook.
Unfortunately, it's only tracked on...
I started using that notebook in Rio. So the notebook that I was using in Rio, that's a year's worth of matches, and every single match that I have casted has been done in that notebook. Every single day.
And it's poof, gone.
And, well, I mean, I still have it. It's at my apartment.
Burned it.
It's at my apartment.
You think MIBR is going to win? 64%.
See, this one is, by every stretch of the way that these two teams have played, should be closer. Should have been, this is what the Liquid Ints one should have been. But anyway, we're going to get into the match. We're going to waste no time. Let's go back to the scene of where I believe it was MIBR who went up 5-0 or 6-0 to Team 1 and then fell short. Team 1 with an impressive comeback on a bit of a, it was a sloppy change. Let's be honest. It was a bit of a sloppy change, but that's fine. Team 1 is starting on defense. They will get virtue of the first ban.
First ban.
They are taking their time.
Being deliberate. They're
like, oh, we are...
really decide what they want.
We're in a match. We need to ban some Thatcher.
Okay, it's going to be one of those.
Yeah, this will probably be a hard breacher ban. I would guess that we're probably going to see a Hibana ban here.
Or maybe a Thermite if they want to be better on the basement. It really depends.
6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. What's it going to be?
Maverick. I mean, that's kind of in the middle, you know.
We'll make both of us look like fools. See, I thought I made myself look like enough of a fool by shaving all my hair off. So, I mean...
I think it looks good.
Thanks, man.
Yep. No, I think it suits you.
I don't think it suits me. I think it looks better than I could have hoped for.
Well, yeah, no, okay, it's not bad. And no, I think it suits you just about the same as like a full head of hair does, to be honest. That's just my opinion.
Pressing X to doubt right now.
No, that's like a strong
pressing X so hard my finger is now bloody.
Okay, you might disagree. He is actually really hard pressing the desk, not the X button. There is no X button. He's
really hurts.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
Echo and Mirror are the last 2 bans for effect.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I wonder if they heard it on the mics. They probably did.
They definitely did.
It's like,
what is that noise? Wait, wasn't the MIBR Team 1 matchup where we did the yakety sax? I think that was... We're not doing it again, but I'm pretty sure that was it.
Probably. It was on Kafe.
That tweet from the ESL Rainbow Six account, that thing got just a stupid amount of traction. Us singing that song.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of did it as a joke.
I haven't checked Twitter in a while. Hang on.
We do a lot. That was from months ago. It was last month.
Really? Time flies.
You use Twitter in light mode.
Well, on my...
He uses Twitter in light mode.
On my tablet, I just haven't set it. Okay?
Attackers need to
Parker, I don't use it on my tablet, like, at all.
MIBR bundle is in the stores, by the way. Team 1 does not have a bundle. MIBR does. Yeah. We talk about these pilot program skins when they pop up. If you are a Buck player or if you like MIBR, even though Buck is not made in Brazil, he was made in Canada, just like I was, you can still support them. MIBR also has... Is it the Thermite guns?
Wait, you were made in Canada?
Why you do this?
It's fun.
If you are a Buck player, or if you play Thermite, because I believe Thermite is also available. Thermite is their other gun skin, if I remember. Ints, we just saw them play. They also have a Twitch skin.
They also beat Liquid.
They did beat Liquid, but you can go and you can support these teams. Keep in mind that the pilot program skins are not permanent, which means they will disappear. So if you want to support teams...
So to be clear, they're not permanently in the shop. You buy them and they're permanent.
That is very important. I could have been... It's like you buy it and you're like, well, this got...
No timed skins in Siege.
You only get to use these for a fortnight.
Yeah, they don't do that.
On day 15, they disappear.
Yeah.
No, it's...
Could you imagine?
Yes, I mean, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Temporary cosmetics? No. These things are permanent. They're only in the store for a period of time, but you can use them for as long as you want. If you want to support MIBR, feel free to go ahead. Earlier today, we saw FaZe, Liquid, and Ints, all of whom have the same dealio. And there you go. Navi's is, of course, using the buckskin. Look at those beautiful white gloves.
You know, I've always wanted to have a pair of gloves, and like just general gloves, doesn't even need to be white. I've never bought one before, but I've always wanted a pair.
If only there was a place that sold gloves.
Like a glove store?
Speaking of the MIBR bundle, Navi's synergizing very well. Say goodbye to Philobox. There's a frag. Oh, and another one, 2-1 to Lukid.
So
see,
cool.
you can hit grenades like that as well if you're using the MIBR bundle.
It's the MIBR skin that's doing it for him.
You can trudge through the smoke like that if you're using an MIBR bundle. You can get flashed like that if you're using the MIBR bundle.
It gives you superpowers.
Bullet is there to take out Rayduct. I mean, he did that because he's using the Fnatic bundle. See, chat? All it takes is these pilot program skins.
You just gotta go out, spend a little bit, support the teams.
Team 1 is in bad shape. Half of the round, and they only have a smoke and a castle left, and a 5v2. MIBR is in firm control. And a swing around the corner, Bolt will take out Rise, and it's almost a flawless round. But no, Hugzord death drops, and there's the gridlock. Goes down to Falls, takes out 2. Throws a smoke, and will wait at least for the time being.
Sonably winnable. He's actually got good cover inside of Cigar. He can do something from here, but it's not going to happen. Bullet denies the round. Well, more secures it for MIBR, and they'll get the first. That was a good start. It was a really good start. I'd say a big part of that has to do with the MIBR bundle coming in clutch there.
I think the MIBR bundle was really...
super important.
Yeah, and then, I mean...
It's good that Navi's had that.
Well, think about it. Every single, like the kills that happened, okay? Navi's got 2 kills with the MIBR bundle on his buck.
Because of the MIBR bundle.
Because of the MIBR bundle. And then Bullet got 3 kills on Nomad with the Fnatic bundle.
Yes, which, by the way, the Fnatic gun, super sexy.
Gorgeous. Very... We can't say sexy on live television.
We can't?
No, you can't say sexy.
Very attractive.
Very attractive.
Yes.
Gorgeous. Beautiful. Breathtaking.
Yes. Handsome.
All of these things happened... Oh, that's a good one. All of these things happened first because the MIBR bundle.
It's the start of it all. So you really gotta make sure you get those skins that give you superpowers.
Because we're not allowed to say sexy anymore. His name, by the way, when we cast Team Liquid, has now been changed to Very Attractive Cake.
Very attractive cake.
Very attractive cake.
Or handsome cake.
Handsome cake?
Short.
Handsome cake?
Yes.
Gorgeous cake?
Yes.
No more sexy cake. Can't say it.
Nope.
Can't say sexy on TV.
Against the rules.
It's the rule. So, MIBR will take round number 1 with essentially Buck of Navi's walking in himself to mining, marching up the stairs after getting that below frag grenade kill, and then Bullet on rappel, taking out 1 member of Team 1 who flew a little bit too close to the sun. I actually got confused because when M King dropped as a gridlock, I thought it was the Zofia because he got stunned by the Zofia, and I thought that was the Zofia dropping because the gridlock and Zofia Pro League skins actually look very similar. Of course, the difference is that gridlock is larger than Zofia, but at that...
You know what's crazy, Parker? Since you're bringing up, real quick, to interject, since you're bringing up the Pro League skins, the gridlock and Zofia's Pro League skins look really similar, and so do all of the other Pro League skins. Oh, the white, the gold, and the black.
Almost like they do it deliberately.
Almost like they do it like it's a theme. They all look
thematic.
About the same, with the different like character, but the same. Yeah, it is deliberate. Pretty sure.
Well, we are now in round number 2, and there's Navi's again with the MIBR bundle. He's got the gold skin on, though, of course, on his actual gun, so he doesn't need to run the MIBR skin on it. There's a rogue skin on that gun as well. I will say, though, that I do think the pilot program skins are some of the nicest.
They are, yeah. The pilot, whoever did that, couldn't say who, but whoever did those skins,
maybe
knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Bomb located by attackers.
Really, really good job.
Yep.
But Navi's will now drop as this is not a defense of the 3rd floor. MIBR is fearless in these takes right now. Getting very, very close, but Cyber fights off a bit more than he can chew. Rise is there as well. He gets another first trouble before getting traded off by Navi's because of the MIBR bundle.
Is Rise using a bundle? Because it looks like he got those 2 kills there. It's
he got
possible.
the Valkyrie. He could be running the Cloud9 bundle.
Yeah, he could be.
For all we know. We can't tell.
Didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Impressive stuff from Rise.
Navi's is entirely fearless. Look at this. He's not even getting droned in. The man is just literally walking around the entire map as the Buck without any care in the world. Lukid will fire back on the Hugzord on white stairs and drop down the Thermite. Or drop down the Thermite.
Thermite drop
Navi's
down.
and Bullet were both the most pivotal members of MIBR last round. Just over a minute to go, and they find themselves in a similar situation that we saw Team 1. Lukid gets finished off by Navi. He'll hit away at the barbed wire. I think he expects somebody to push on up, so he'll go for the reload. Engaged in the fight, you can hear the telltale signs of the AK. A bullet above on that 3rd floor. He'll find Philopox, and what was a 4v2 favoring Team 1 is now back exactly at a 2v2.
Are Navi's and Bullet the only ones to get kills for their team so far? Because it certainly seems that way.
That is correct.
Navi's on low HP, so this is definitely an advantageous position for Team 1, but this is still winnable, especially considering how well Bullet and Navi's have been performing.
If there's no ADS blocking off Rayduck's position, there's a frag grenade with his name on it. Falls will circle on around, give his position away, toss out a toxic canister over towards the laundry side of things, and the Buck will not really know exactly where he is, but Navi's gets felled, so Bullet will need to go all in on his own. Falls finds Navi's, and he's in hot pursuit, but his position is given away. I think he's anticipating that the smoke is going to re-engage, but he will leave a trail of breadcrumbs in the name of a toxic canister, and he'll walk into the waiting arms of Rayduck, and Team 1 will answer back after MIBR stole round number 1 from them. Team 1 will take round number 2.
Okay. Good job there to T1. Now, you guys, by the way, are in for a treat if you're watching this match right now. Again, I talked about it earlier. Parker talked about it a little bit as well. Kafe is a hotly contested map for both of these squads. This is the third time in recent history we've seen these teams play each other on this map. The first time was Kafe 8-7 favored to MIBR in the qualifiers. The second time was Kafe also 8-6 favored Team 1. So this will, in effect, be the tiebreaker for this specific map, and I expect it to be probably a pretty long one. We'll probably see every single round utilized here, whether it's a draw or a win in either team's direction. It's probably going to use every round.
Well, I mean, these teams are
Attackers
so
need to
close.
locate and defuse bombs.
Yes, they are, in fact, in the same country.
I didn't mean...
Possibly the same city.
That's not what I meant.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Are you sure?
I didn't mean close in proximity.
I know.
Oh, boy.
Team 1, going to be holding on to the top floor. They'll go to mining, interestingly. Nobody does that, but Team 1 does.
This was the last time we saw a mining defense here. Cocktail did not work out for Team 1. That was an experiment they tried a single time, and then they went to reading, which proved to work. They go to mining now. Will they run the gamut? Go down to kitchen on that bottom floor? Who knows? It's available. You were very correct. Navi's and Bullet are the only members of MIBR with kills. You know there's carry potential from Cyber and M-King, so you can't count them out. It's just been a position where both Bullet and Navi's have been fortunate enough to get droned in and end up in the conflict against Team 1.
Now, we've got both a Nomad and a Gridlock being brought. That's similar to the Mute Mossy combo on attack, or on defense, rather. It's this sort of... We're going to make it really hard to do one thing in particular. And when it comes to Nomad and Gridlock, it's move or rotate or change position as a defender. Now, that's a wide swing there from Navi's, heavily punished by Rise.
By the way.
He just walked in, and he gets punished for it.
Yeah.
Ill-advised. M-King will get Rise in response, though. Blue Kid on the red stairs. The drop-down has not been opened, strangely, despite MIBR trying to push the site. This is a mistake from MIBR, and they're going to have to work to recover from it.
Rayduck is low on HP, and you can hear that there's a play from Falls that involves the track Stingers being shot up. As all of the utility from M-King, gadgetry rather, has been used, the utility still in hand. Stun grenades from Hugzord as he sits on red stairs. His patience might be rewarded. He's going to have to patrol 2 separate angles. I would imagine that MIBR at this point is likely drone and intel starved, as none of them are on drones. They still have plenty of time if they really wanted to.
M-King's hunting for that angle.
That's called the ranked strat.
Pre-fire everything. Maybe it'll work for you.
Hopefully you hit something in that case.
Often it does, to be honest.
It's a surprising amount of time. Falls will use that caliber-based destruction to open up a line of sight towards red stairs, but also towards the window where a hop-in from any of the members of MIBR will be met with a couple bullets from a carbine that will almost certainly kill them. They still are exhibiting great patience. Hugzord has crouch walked his entire way on over towards the brown stairs. Lucan finds Hugzord, though, so the Thermite will find no success in his attempt to entry. Velopox gets M-King, and now it's Bullet in a 1v4. Team 1 look almost certain to be able to propel themselves to a lead here as an air jab goes off. And there are some bullet holes, once again, from the Jaeger. Falls has been all over the place, but it's going to be the end of him, as you've got P10 Roni in hands for Velopox. Team 1 will take 2 rounds in a row.
Big question here, is Team 1 going to go to the top floor or the bottom floor now? Those are their 2 choices. They cannot go to the middle floor anymore. The interesting thing there was, actually, did you see that Maestro? He got droned out by the drone and reading. And so the player coming up the main staircase on the attacking side thought, ooh, free, easy kill. I know where he is, and he doesn't know that I know where he is. But in fact, it didn't matter because it was actually an effective bait for the defense. Whether or not they knew they were doing it, there was somebody covering the main stairs, which the attack did not expect, and that player pushing up to get the Maestro eliminated the information that he had. Not enough. Incomplete. Now, it will be a bar defense once again. So that's going to be the top floor.
Back up top. So no kitchen.
No kitchen just yet for Team 1.
Cocktail did not go very well in their favor, so they'll have to be a little bit tighter this time around. Though, to be fair, Team 1 did take 2 very early engagements on that previous round, round number 1. And then, well, they lost both those fights.
Yeah.
Oh, there's new chibis.
Oh, you haven't seen that all day?
I mean, I've seen them. I just didn't know what they look like. I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, that one's been popping up like all day. It's pretty exciting. But okay, so the reason why he didn't see it, and why I actually didn't see it until like...
Don't talk about the monitors again.
Okay. Never mind.
Because now it just reminded me that we're not north aligned!
No, Parker!
I will get over this at some
And
point.
the bands!
I will get over this at some
The bands!
I know, Michael. I know. We don't need to get into this, but...
I mean, Team 1 eSports and MIBR are so different in the size of their name. Maybe they should spell it out, made in Brazil. That would be...
Stop it. I don't mind that the bands are like that.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I don't technically mind that much about the North Line either. I think we all have our own little things, right?
They're called quirks. Idiosyncrasies, may I even say that word?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate the permission.
No problem.
Team 1 have looked formidable over the last 2 rounds, but a large part of that has been MIBR just giving it away.
It's...
Navi's walked in without
free.
being droned in the come get your... It's a free house for you, Jim. So, Navi's just walked right into the site. Like I said, fearless. Right into the mining wheel, and then he was dead. Because I didn't think he expected somebody to be playing there by the window, and then from that, all of the fortunes of MIBR continued to fall.
I'd say...
You're not going to be able to do that this time around. I don't know what you were going to say. Feel free. Sorry.
I was going to say that I'm really liking what we're seeing so far just in general in the match because we've actually... no team is proving to be absolutely dominant. No team is proving to be incapable of winning rounds. I think MIBR has yet to fully come alive, where they've only got 2 people really truly performing. Team 1, on the other hand, are looking pretty well-rounded. Of course, that is on the defender side, so it's easier to be that way early on.
Neither team has shown really any patience, except for what I saw from MIBR and Team 1 in the latter half of the round we just finished. That was it. Everything else was just go in guns a-blazing and see what you can accomplish. For MIBR, it worked in round number 1. For Team 1, it worked round number 2. That's it. Who is going to be the first team to blink here? Well, 90 seconds, and there's been no conflict. You could see some heavy drone work from MIBR still coming out. They are chalked to the gills with their gadgetry. They have held off where needed, and they will apply it where needed. There goes a drone to the smoke. The SMG-11 rattles away.
More of the TikTok going on here. As we've seen a slow one here from MIBR in general. As you said, a lot of drone work coming in, that's for sure. Where is the capitalization upon said drone work? Navi drones himself in, tries to entry reading. Hugzord will get Philippox upstairs. Jaeger known to be inside of reading, and he's just holding in the corner. That's the Lu kid. And I think they both know about each other right now, but they don't know exactly where they're being confronted from. There's the advantage to Navi's Lu kid. Fortunately, not putting his crosshair where it needs to be and slow peeking around that corner, giving the kill over to MIBR, who has a strong advantage here on the top floor attack. This has historically been a pretty bad site for T1, but Rise is at least trying to fight back as he gets a player downstairs. Fall is using his gas canisters to try and delay the push from the skylight and from the cigar room, but it's looking like it's all Rise right now to come alive for Team 1. A run out. He'll get back into the building, leaving just the smoke on site, but Hugzord shuts that down quick. Rise will have to ace in order to win this, or possibly just deny the plant. He doesn't have an impact to get line of sight. He does have some information, but the default cam has now been shot out. Hugzord will get that plant without any problems. The push up the red stairs, slow and careful from Rise. He gets the air jab, so at least he can make it up. This hole that was made on the right is going to work against him, but so will the player to his left. Cyber and MIBR secure this round, having yet to lose an attack onto the top floor.
Absolute lockout from MIBR there, as they were much slower and much more methodical. I feel very vindicated when I say things such as, these teams just need to be more patient. They're being too aggressive. And then MIBR, they dot their I's and they cross their T's, and well, they end up taking the round, largely because of the fact that they were patient and they explored where they needed to go. And the third floor of Cocktail can go very quickly for the attackers if you know what you're doing. We can see smokes to choke off viewpoints. You can drop down. If you can take control of the hatches very quickly, if you can wrestle control piano very quickly, it can make it very challenging for the defenders to be able to hold on, especially if you can do all of those things while expending very minimal of your gadgets and utility. Then you can be able to take the wall and freezer. You can push towards white. You can isolate the defenders that are sitting inside a Cocktail, and they are essentially doomed at that point. MIBR took their time. They droned where needed, they waited, they won their individual gunfights, and then they held the execute flawlessly. And because of that, they've now tied it up. And they've forced Team 1, who have that reading room bomb site open, to go down to Kitchen, which is very interesting. We haven't seen Team 1 go here yet, and with a site that Team 1 has already won on being available, this is a choice that some people could be left scratching their head on.
See that? Last season, nobody won a defensive mining.
5 seconds left.
Well, Team 1 can already say that they are the team that did that.
Yeah, there you go. According to that infographic that popped up, mind you, it was a 100% win ratio for the attack on mining. Whereas this is a 58% win ratio for defense in the macro. So generally speaking, the defenders will win here.
There is a very, there's a very infamous Twitter account that loves Team 1 a lot, and they love to do this. They love to do this certain, it's shaped like an eggplant, emoji spam that it's the hands holding each other and then the flags on either side. And he's a big Team 1 fan, and I could just imagine Team 1 has won mining, so you could do like a Brazilian flag and then like the mining emoji, like a pickaxe or something like that with the hands holding. I'm sure somebody can do that. I know the people know what emoji I'm talking about, the hands holding, and it's the I tweeted about it when Liquid won.
Mind you, that
looks like an eggplant. That's is the only thing I can say.
I should make sure to specify, it's not the first team ever to have done that. They're just the first team. Nobody last season in Pro League, apparently, according to that one infographic. I haven't looked into it.
Keep in mind, mining was the second most defended site on the old Kafe, so it's certainly
way back when.
Exactly, and there have been teams that have defended it since then.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are down at the kitchen. Hugzord has taken some damage. That's been a minute in. It looks like it's going to be a front bakery take with some vertical play from Team 1. So if you have 4 members of MIBR sitting at that main door of bakery, you're going to need to have somebody dispatched to that second floor to maybe take down Rayduct. But if you haven't droned this out, this might be an easy kill for the Valkyrie and blow your shot at being able to pull off a successful attack. Rayduct will engage and do a tiny bit of damage to M-King, but that's about all you can really hope for in that altercation.
Rise has the perfect kit to hold on to this doorway. No, okay, not the perfect kit. Smoke would be better here, but he is about as close as it gets, of course, without having a smoke. C4 is not going to be as good at delaying, but it'll be explosively useful, of course. And the shotgun SMG-11 combination is the real star of the show there. Reduct is holding from above to try and assist in prep room hold, all the way in mining, but his position is known. The tracers come in, but they're all misses. Reduct might have done a little bit of damage there as MIBR attempted to challenge him. I'm not entirely sure who that was. Yes, he did a lot of damage, actually, as M-King has been lit up. So right now, MIBR, they need to figure out one of two things. Are we going to clear up upstairs? Are we going to take it in through bakery? Or are we going to maybe hit from a different part of the site? They could maybe go in through the freezer, but even that's going to be hard, especially considering there's so little time left in this round. No matter how you look at this, MIBR don't really have any way to attack, and they're running out of time.
Yeah, it's a very deceptively slow round. 20 seconds, that's it. That's all MIBR has to work with. And they're going to lose 1. That's bullet 1 to Fellopox. Trade it out as M-King finds Lukid. Down goes the Jaeger to Hugzord. That's a shrewd angle being held by MIBR, and well, Team 1's going to pay for it. They've still got that second floor control. Somebody dispatched to take out Rayduct. Can he do much, or is he going to be a non-factor? Falls is there. He takes down 2. Oh, he drops them all. Oh my God, with the commando out. 3 members of MIBR walk right into a death trap, and the little Mozzie able to take 3 of them down and halt MIBR in their tracks. Team 1 take the round.
Big win there for Team 1. It looked like it might have an explosive end to that round, but no, honestly, no. The thing is, as much as the Mozzie collapsed that, is that he ended the round single-handedly, and here it is, Falls with some great work. Yeah, sure, but also the Valkyrie was still upstairs. The drop-down and freezer was open, and even if, let's say that last person kills the Mozzie, makes it into the site, starts planting, Valkyrie would have stopped it. So, after the first person died to the Mozzie, a single casualty there, that's crippling for MIBR, because they left themselves no time for room, or sorry, no room in the time for navigating the site, planting in a more advantageous position, or just, you know, winning on the kills. They didn't have an opportunity to do that. Not enough time. MIBR were really slow in that round.
Too slow.
Very slow. You slow, me slow. We all slow.
So final defense here for Team 1, and they will go back upstairs. Or final defense here for Team 1, rather, back upstairs to Cocktail. And MIBR has never won, or has never lost a Cocktail attack. I can't.
It's the only site they've won on.
Words are so hard.
It's the, okay, MIBR.
My brain completely swapped the teams and then was like, wait, you have to undo what you're thinking. And then I
This is the only site that MIBR has won on, and of course that reflects their scoreline 2 rounds. It's only been tried by Team 1 twice.
3 times, guys.
Well, yeah, technically this is the 3rd time. And it should be, by this logic, it should be MIBR's 3rd round. And it's 3-3. That would be good for MIBR.
The zaniest part of this statistic is that Reading, Mining, and Kitchen have now all been won by the Defenders, which are the 3 sites that statistically you're not always expecting to win them. You're expecting you're going to win this bomb site.
No,
that's the thing. Like, you're going to win Cocktail. Like, most teams win Cocktail. For some teams, Kitchen is the de facto 1 site. 1A, if you want to call it that.
You mean like a primary site for some people?
Yeah.
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 I think it depends on the team, right? It depends on how you want to play it, because Kitchen also is one of those sites that you can full anchor if you want. I wouldn't, but you can. It's not as good as full anchoring on Basement Clubhouse, for example.
Well, I don't think you can necessarily even call it anchoring, can you? Because a lot of players will keep, or a lot of teams will keep a player in.
Well, I'm not talking about main lobby. I'm not talking about bakery. I'm talking about like actually everyone on site. Maybe prep room. If you don't count prep room, then I get it.
Oh!
Nice shot.
That was because of the MIBR bundle.
Yeah, get the MIBR bundle.
You could shoot nitro cells out of the air with the MIBR bundle.
It enables you.
Yes. So that was a wonderful shot by Navi's, though. He was anticipating that, and he makes it count by tracking it masterfully.
Quick disclaimer: does not offer any benefits in game.
Whoa. That's all you've been saying.
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody heard that disclaimer. I just had to throw it out there.
You're throwing it out there because I know what's going to happen. Is
somebody
some sod is going to buy it, and then
believe
he's going to be like, "I'm going to hit a nitro cell, kicks in Taro owe me money." I'm going to be like, "I'm sorry,
buy me my skin."
That sounds creepy when you say it like that.
It does sound really weird.
Buy me some skin.
Give me the money back for my.
Go fetch me the skin.
What the heck?
You're talking about hard anchoring here. Fellapox is down below in a very common place for Mozzie to be, where you can toss up a nitro cell and impart some wisdom on the attackers that don't drone out that 2nd floor. There was a lot of action, and then it just all of a sudden stopped for 20 seconds here. But Falls gets Cyber. Cyber has been really ineffective in this matchup, which is very unusual for him. Fellapox finds Navi, so 2 of the oldest members of the squad are now removed from play. Down goes Radek to Hugzord. MIBR need to push in, and the defuse is going down right by the bomb chassis. Guys will need to push on out. I don't think they can see Hugzord, but can he get the angle on him? No, he's gunned down from the skylight above. No. MIBR doing a great job. M-King with 2 from the top. And there's Bullet as well. It's a 3v1 with Lukid in a retake. The carbine does good damage, but he's going to have to go up against an operator that is playing on the skylight. This is a suicide mission. M-King does not need to give away anything here. All he needs to do is sit and wait on his track stingers in case he gets flanked on the skylight.
Mistake.
That must have been a mistake. Lukid is still there. He's very visible from the skylight. He's going to push up, but he's not going to get past Bullet. And the AK-74, the AK-47, whatever you want to call it, whatever branding it has.
It's Kalashnikov.
It's going to do the trick. MIBR will win every single cocktail attack that they have access to with the diffuser down on 2 of them. And we're all tied up heading into the 2nd half.
That was a really big win there from MIBR. They actually, I think they were about to lose that one. We were getting down to the last few seconds of the round. The plant went right where his enemy didn't expect it. You saw for a second there, Team 1, well, not a second, 2 different people on Team 1 tried to deny the plant at default, for those of you who don't know. That is just around the corner of the pillar. After you come from new drop-down balcony and you try to plant just nice and snug in there. There was a Mozzie opening up from below with his shotgun, seeing nobody and freaking out, and there was a Maestro spraying through the little bar trying to kill somebody in that spot. But where was the plant going down? Next to the bomb chassis. And no info was gathered by Team 1 telling them that. So they were just assuming it was where, well, the plant was going down where it usually does. And it wasn't going down there. So good job to MIBR for stepping around expectations, subverting expectations for Team 1 and winning off of that. So many opportunities they could have.
King was honestly just so pivotal in that one as well because he stood atop the skylight and he just waited very patiently. His job was to cut off Cocktail and to cut off back bar store, and he did that on both occasions. And because of this, the planter didn't need to worry about a single thing. Hugzord was planting next to the bomb chassis. He was completely protected because he had that aerial support from the F90 in the hands of King. And it's a great gun. It's a very great gun. I think people sleep on it, really.
The F90? I don't know. I think it's fantastic.
I think it's honestly,
it's up there.
I think it's up there. And I think that Gridlock is balanced by the fact that she's a 3 armor, but she is very well kitted.
She's utility galore, and she's also got a really good just weapon in the F90, as we talked about. She's got
even the super shorty, a close range
shotgun,
one-shot kill.
Yeah, and plus soft destruction is really big. Oftentimes you'll have to bring a specific soft destructor for one task opening a drop. If you've got that shotgun, you don't have to.
Cyber gets the call that there's a rappel over on the south side of the building. You can go out for a jump as long as there's not a claymore beneath him. There's a nomad, but do remember that air jabs don't work until your feet are on the ground.
Yeah, we've seen even in Pro League air jabs go next to windows.
Yeah, people put air jabs next to windows, and you're like, that does nothing.
Yeah, they're just gonna fall and
they're gonna drop, and they're gonna look and be like, oh, an air jab, and then shoot it and get like 10 points.
Yeah.
First kill is going to go to Bullet. He's going to send out some airmail for falls as Team 1 loses their buck. And soft destruction will have to almost exclusively be in the hands of the Zolfia and the Super Shorty, as we mentioned. The secondary shotgun on Fellapox is Gridlock. MIBR looking to regain the lead.
I'd say the biggest loss there is the nades, because you've got a Thatcher ban, Evil Eyes in play. Now it's all on the Zofia to get those Evil Eyes. And the Jaeger, of course,
will stop that. And you're going to have to dump out utility. In this case, it means that Lucan might not be able to pinpoint somebody's location with those proximity concussions. Who knows? Navi's will destroy Rayduct with the TCSG, and if Lucan doesn't look to the left, he's in for a world of hurt. Maybe try to burn the ADS, why don't you? King with the all out, as everybody from MIBR seems to be getting in on the fun. Fellapox is there, but there's a C4 from Navi. So yes, literally everybody is getting in on the fun. Lucan punishes Cyber. He's still in a position as he pushes on into the bathroom. A beautiful play on the Bullet as he guns him down. But Lucan is a fraction of HP. Sophia's unique with ability withstand means that if she gets shot in the body and nobody is there to go get her, she can will herself back to life. But first and foremost, in the remaining 35 seconds, she'll have to hunt down Navi's and King. One playing by Cocktail means that when you creep on up, you can't make too much noise, but her position's been given away. And because King is a Maestro, he's got the Evil Eyes available as well. Proximity concussion goes off and maybe try to do some damage. A tiny, tiny bit. Concussing King. You hear Navi's TCSG going off. This is a death trap for Lucan. He needs to see the Kaid. He gets it. Can he land the shots? No, he gets down, and he'll be tased to death by King. No ability to withstand whatsoever. MIBR hang on by the skin of their teeth, and they will regain the lead.
Speaking of, really, that was so close. Lucan almost had that round. If he had landed the first shot, he saw the head around the bomb chassis, but alas, he had no more opportunity than that. He missed it, and the Evil Eye downed him and finished him off. That is the curse of being on such low HP. Nothing you can really do if you're Lucan. If he had a full health bar, Lucan would have won that. Such a nice try. Could you imagine? Now, MIBR putting themselves in the lead for the second time.
They are perfect on Cocktail.
That's true. They haven't lost Cocktail, whether it be attack or defense. They like that top floor.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attack.
Though that one was scary close. That was probably the closest I think they've got.
It was, yes, on the top floor specifically, yeah. And now we're going to the middle. We'll be going to reading specifically.
Second time we'll see it, and at the exact same point in Team 1's defense that it will rear its head.
Yeah.
How will MIBR approach this? Well, they're running a different lineup. No Kaid, traded off here instead for a Bandit. You've got more coverage with those. Actually, I guess technically you don't have more coverage now, because a single Kaid Electroclaw can take up 3 walls, whereas Bandit can only cover 4.
There's just not a lot of situations, I'd say, on this site where that's going to be all that relevant.
Imagine Kaid on plane with all those small walls.
It'll be really bad.
That man's reinforcing. That man's electrifying 8 walls.
You could probably...
He's almost as electrifying as the People's Champion, a.k.a. The Rock, a.k.a. Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising. I'm done.
I only know him as the one, which is The Rock. The Rock, yeah. He has all those names?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, okay.
Allegedly.
That's fun. It's not his actual name, obviously, but, you know.
His real name's Dwayne Johnson.
Yes, I that one I...
ESL Pro League account
That
actually
doesn't count.
memed me as him the other day with the...
Really?
Yeah, because...
Because the hair?
Because of the lack of hair. I was wearing a black turtleneck, and they... Rock has that picture of the black turtleneck.
Yeah,
pack and
it's a
stuff.
famous picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows that one.
I could grow hair similar to that. I mean, I have to dye it because he had black hair.
Grow your hair similar to... Oh, yeah, because he had in that picture, he had... Yeah.
One of the pictures, I know when he's bald. But anyway. So, Team 1 will start on the 3rd floor, which they have not been successful on in any particular junction of this actual map.
Yeah, they've been struggling here. And
they're going to struggle some more.
yeah, Team 1 losing a player early on. M King putting themselves up. It's Felpox to go down.
Once again, we talked about how well-kitted Gridlock is and what she brings to the table. Your only set of smokes, your best secondary destruction outside of the skeleton key that's on the table, a great gun, and the anti-flank that is, in a way, is different than what Rayduct offers as the air jab, and it's gone now.
Again, I would say that the Nomad Gridlock is similar to like a Mute Mozzie. It's just like making one specific thing really, really frustrating and difficult. And I like that mentality from teams when they decide to bring a kit like that, because it means they can lean on it and leverage it to advantage. Where Team 1's got a Gridlock and a Nomad that can lock up so much rotation. And it was a similar thing to what we were seeing, I believe, from MIBR in the first half. It just seems to be in vogue these days.
Hugzord will get chased off into the depths of the site as he hears the C8 above him, and he will lose some of that coverage to the skeleton key. He can answer back with a Nitro Cell, but it's already been used, so there's no hope for him from that vertical play, barring a couple lucky shots with the SMG-11 or a brazen play with the shotgun that the SAS has at their disposal. Navi's is discovered by a drone and then is eliminated by Lukid. That's a good execution. The information that you have at your disposal.
Good coordination, or good communication to get that kill.
What did I say? I said execution, I think.
Execution, yeah, you did. Yeah.
In a literal sense.
Yeah, well, he executed.
And he was
that player.
And
yeah.
he was executed. He executed on the strategy and was executed by the player. Oh, M King gets knocked on his derriere. And he gets falled off of the top.
Oh no, the pre-fire from Lukid manages to get the kill on the Hugzord. It's all on Cyber. He's got one player on low HP, but he's missing his shots, and he'll lose the round off of it. Falls the final kill as he falls on the stairs. And Team 1 get their first attack.
Incredible that a Buck was able to do that without the MIBR bundle.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. How did that happen?
It's 1 in a million chance.
1 in a million indeed. You gotta get that MIBR.
Team 1 in a million. Okay. This matchup. MIBR won round number 1. 1 storms back, they win 1 and they win 2. And then they take the lead. MIBR takes the tie back. Team 1 takes the lead. MIBR ties back. MIBR takes the lead. Team 1.
Can you say seesaw?
Yes, I can. I don't even remember what it is. This little toy where it's like you move it and then the ball moves around.
What, a seesaw?
No, I know what a seesaw is. It's the game where you have like the little tilt controls on either side and you have to guide the ball like through the maze. But then it's like you tilt it one way in one direction, then it like starts to tilt too much, you have to tilt the other way.
I've seen those. I don't know what they are.
No idea what they're called.
I've never played one.
No idea what they're called.
So.
I think the fact that I have played one makes me a boomer.
Yeah, because I never played one. I saw like the only time I've never seen one in person.
Yeah, because you didn't grow up in a time. You grew up in a time when there were actual screens and electronics.
Yeah, I've been playing video games like since my childhood, as far as I can remember. Video games. What was it like? Like growing up, not video gaming. Like when you're really young.
10 seconds remaining.
Huh.
I grew up with video games.
Oh, you did?
5 seconds left.
What was your?
I had a Super Nintendo when I was like 3 years old or something.
What was your video game? What was your first one?
First video game ever?
Yeah.
I think my parents got me a Super Nintendo with like the Zelda Link to the Past. I think it was my first game.
My first was Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction.
See, I was playing that game when I was like 11 because it came out in 2001.
Yeah, I was like a baby.
So I'm aware you're younger than me, Michael. Thank you for making me feel old. Appreciate that.
I'm sure not that much younger than you though, right?
I still think to this day the most hours I have in a single game is Diablo 2.
Diablo 2 is so good.
I know. But anyway.
Anyway.
It's a totally different genre game.
Yep. Anyway.
I did actually grow up, though, talking about Ubisoft and all this. I played Rainbow Six in 2004, and I grew up on Splinter Cell. I owned every Splinter Cell game. So.
I played Raven Shield a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah,
that specific one, and the Vegases.
I like to show it up because I found it. I got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3, which was the one that was out on the original Xbox. Came out like 2004, 2005, somewhere in that window.
Yeah.
And I still have the game. I still have it. I show it on stream from time to time.
I have my Raven.
This is older than most of you.
I brought my bought the Vegases online, but I have the Raven Shield disc, I think, still in like a box somewhere in a basement.
Just by virtue of owning any discs means that we're old.
I guess
Probably
so.
being made fun of by the kids. Anyway.
Yeah. No, darn, we are old.
Did Rise actually just miss Jaeger?
I think so.
I don't think he droned Jaeger. I think the way that the Jaeger was standing with his leg up behind the desk and the mute jammer being in play, Rise turned around so he didn't lose the drone, and he might have lost the spot on Jaeger.
But Cyber left.
I mean, Cyber's not...
He left. He's not there anymore. So
He's over by White Stairs. I
yeah,
believe.
he maneuvered.
He's still on White Stairs. So if Rise is able to hop up on the generator on his left, oh my, there's the Bandit doing some damage to Fellapox, who's been the opening death far too many times for Team 1, but the Bandit is trapped.
This could be big for Team 1 if they manage to get that Bandit. There probably will be a bailout attempt for MIBR if they destroy the drop from below. And in fact, it might have already happened. No, Bullet's just challenging the window. Hugzord gets Lukid with a C4 in storage, and Falls will get M-King. So Falls, having dropped into the building, will actually be in a good position to get Bullet, potentially.
M-King going down early is not ideal. Skeleton key out to do most damage at close range that you can, as the Bandit has not been shaken off of his position. Bullet is not giving an inch here, and you can tell that the MP7 is still putting in work by the sounds that you hear, but he gets falled by Rayduct. Goodbye. Hugzord will now need to retreat as he loses the hatch above him, so he's got two angles to be very wary of, and this is also going to affect the sound. Man, MIBR have fallen off of the plot. Team 1 in a 4v2 advantage with 20 seconds left, but the shotgun will eliminate the Nomad. Fellapox takes down Na'Vi, so Hugzord will have to do all the rest of the work. He hears the shot through the barricade, losing the roof above him as cover. He's in trouble. Sees one, pulls out the shotgun, downs Fellapox and finishes him off. It's Falls and Rise to try and get the diffuser down.
Oh.
Hugzord can come on in.
Oh.
He knows Rise is there. Is he gonna get there in time? He sees the buck.
Oh.
He downs him. What's gonna happen with the bottom back up?
My God!
And MIBR with a massive clutch. He's got the quad kill finish off Falls, and you've got the ace, but he doesn't need it. Give it to him anyway. By Jove, MIBR. That's an ace in my books and the diffuser as well. A triumphant play by MIBR, and they regain the lead.
What a clutch from Hugzord. Truly impressive. He gets all of them. Not a technical ace, but we're calling it one.
I would call that a technical ace.
Okay, a technical
It's not a real ace, but it's a technical ace.
Not a verified ace, I guess.
4 kills, he got the down. He could have finished off the down, but he went for the diffuser.
He's not greedy.
He got the ace. Watch this.
That was the second kill he got in the round.
Yoink.
Your third. And here, this is the big moment. He wins the fight against Falls. Falls did not need to challenge. He just didn't. He could have waited for the plant to go down. The timing was bad for a challenge there. Oh.
Monstrous play. A monstrous play from MIBR's newest member, who comes in and can not only provide for the team in terms of coordination and calmness, as we know that Hugzord is a veteran of Latin America. He's been here for so long. He has been very instrumental in rejuvenating this MIBR squad.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
That was huge.
Absolutely massive.
And speaking of rejuvenation, you said it during the round, and I would agree with this. It seems like MIBR has lost the plot. And they definitely look to have lost control of that round. And I was thinking to myself, I was going to say, and I'm going to say this actually, MIBR needs to stop going to reading. That's not their site. Even if they won that round, they won it on pure luck. Not pure luck, sorry. Pure skill, I guess, and chance. But they really should go there again.
I am beside myself on that one. Keep in mind, we saw Bullet clutch as well in MIBR when he's playing on, was it Nomad with the diffuser down? Because even though he died, Team 1 did not have time to defuse on Kafe between these teams. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in the water when these two teams play each other here on Kafe. I don't know what's in the Russian water here on this map. But there are always magical and spectacular things that happen between them.
Yeah.
because we always get incredible moments like that.
I'm now very glad that they have brought us to Kafe. Remember we said at the beginning this is going to be a treat? Well, they're definitely giving us some serious magic on this map. Lukid about to face Navi's, and he knows it thanks to the drone. Navi's goes down, and an early lead for Team 1. More droning right in front of Lukid. He might be able to do some more work here, but he'll decide to go up the red stairs instead.
Well, we're certainly looking like if we hit a 5-5, then we will need every round here. We will have played all but one round of this Latin America Playday. And we thought this region was top-heavy. Well, that is not the case, at least so far, through these 4 matches. The week is still young. Latin America will still play yet again on Thursday. 1 minute off and you've lost Navi's. That's a lot of utility and denial that comes with the Kaid being removed from play. And that was, as you pointed out, Lukid getting droned in and capitalizing off of the calls that he was getting from his team. That fearlessness that MIBR exhibited can very easily be taken over as the mantle was put upon the shoulders of Lukid in that particular instance. Track Stingers will go off onto red stairs, meaning that any push up will make either a lot of noise or a return to the site from the flank of MIBR will be cut off.
Can we just talk about how good the EG skin, or no, EG charm looks with that skin that Habana had on there? Did you see that on Rise?
I actually didn't. Is that the Norarengo skin? I think it was.
It was the no, not it was not a theme skin. It was like the one that looks like a pot. Look at that.
Oh wow, that does look good.
It's so clean.
Is that that's the old EG logo? Isn't
I think so.
Because keep in mind, EG has 2 charms.
Yes.
3 charms actually.
They've been going the whole time.
EG is 3 charms.
EG, for those who don't know, was one of the earliest large organizations to adopt a team in Rainbow Six.
I would say outside of Latin America, because keep in mind, Ints and Pain are both huge organizations. They've been in since the start. Same with Vitality in Europe. But
EG was pretty early adopter, but
I will
they were up
as
there.
well. Yes, they absolutely were. 45 seconds left, and there are 9 people still alive in this lobby. With Rayduck down below, he might catch the Maestro above him, as M-King, you can hear, doing tons of damage above. He's going to lose some of his flooring. That giant gun, the Alda, is a dead giveaway when a Maestro is within a certain area. Rayduck is going to peek white blind, and he's dead to the Jaeger. Goodbye, so long, good night. M-King and Cyber for 2 on MIBR, and Lukid with 1 means that it's a 3v3. Bullet gets it down onto Rise. Lots of damage being done on both sides with Felpox now finding Cyber. He'll find yet another on Hugsword, and in is Lukid, and Bullet dies. We're tied at 5-5, and we are going to go the full distance.
That's what we expected when you get Team 1 and MIBR on Kafe. They have never not gone pretty much the full. I mean, they had one match where they went all but 1 round, but then another where they went all rounds. Generally speaking, they go as far as you really can on this map, and that's what's so wonderful about what we're going to get to see here today, and what we've been seeing so far. So Team 1 fighting back. They're not going to be discouraged by that clutch that we saw. We're going to have another attempt at top 4 from MIBR.
It's the first time the cocktail has been lost by MIBR. They'll go back there. They are now 4-1 on this site.
They usually win on that site, so it's somewhat surprising. But you know, they're going to try again. They're still confident here. MIBR has yet to go to kitchen, so they're not mixing it up there yet. It's either 2 rounds in a row from either of these teams, or we're going to have a draw. I think
regardless, we're going to need all 12 rounds.
Yeah, I think a draw is going to be fitting for what we've been seeing today. It is, by the way, Parker, we have done all but 1 round. We're going to have done all but 1 round for the whole day. I mean,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the way, that wasn't ace in my books, way back.
5 seconds left before
On Hugsword, that wasn't ace in my books.
Yes, no, that is an ace.
Yeah.
So it's
He got the down. He could have finished off very easily.
If Hugsword was a particularly greedy player or just like a standard normal player, I would have secured that kill if it were me. I'd been like, yeah, I've got time on my diffuser, why not? Go shoot him through the floor, done. But Hugsword was like, I'm above that. I'm just gonna end the round. I don't care. Rightfully so, Hugsword, and he won the round. Got all the kills. That's all that matters.
So, match point awaits us. 30 seconds into the round. Plenty of time to work with. It's another cocktail/bar defense upstairs, which has been MIBR's favorite, son.
Again, their only round loss here, whether it be on attack or defense, came the last round.
On a barn burner of a play where it's just Lukid got the opening pick and then was so instrumental he got the last pick as well. And
Like we said, Luke is that player.
Luke is that player. He came very close to breaking the record for most kills in a single game of Pro League. We talked about this.
And, you know, sorry to remind. Quick reminder, because I actually just saw somebody asking about it. The community vote for this match was 69% for Black Dragons and 22% for Elevate, if I'm not mistaken.
Elevate.
No. 69 for Black Dragons. Or no, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. I don't know why. I was like the wrong note.
Did you just want to say?
No, it's
it was a certain number you wanted to say there.
It was 64% for MIBR, 28 for Team 1, is what I meant to say.
I said that I thought Team 1 was going to win. You picked a draw. Every other person on the Siege GG caster prediction said MIBR. So which of us is going to be right?
Wait, did I predict a draw?
I think you predicted a draw.
I thought I predicted MIBR.
Somebody said a draw on this.
No. I said we're like, it looks like we're going towards a draw. I think I predicted MIBR.
Well, Hugsor gets the opening pick on to Rise. MIBR find themselves with an advantage, and they are down on that second floor, well below. Kaid can possibly stop the plant if needed. He's got a Nitro Cell in hand.
Wrong page in my notes.
That's fine, it happens to the best of us. I was like, what the? We have a whole play day still left to cast. Like, what? I've already been here 5 hours.
Falls with a nade.
Gets eaten, though, by an ADS. Tries to swing around the corner, and he's not going to be able to outduel Bullet, who's playing where he is. Fellapox and Lucan come to life, and we're back to a 3v3. But there's Cyber with 2. He comes out of nowhere. On Repel is Rayduct, and he's all above in a 1v3. And he'll have to death drop right on in. The diffuser is miles away. It might as well be on border. He's going to make a lot of noise, and he's not going to get past Navi's. 1 point for MIBR. They guarantee themselves, at worst, a draw between these teams. And with the way it's been going, a draw is very likely.
Yeah, especially when you consider that the only other site that Team 1 has lost on when they are attacking, or rather I should say, the only other site that MIBR has won, apart from the top floor, is Reading. And not reliably, I would say. So they're going to have to, oh my gosh, are they really going to Reading again? Really? I am just shocked by that MIBR are going to try Reading one more time, because they really aren't good at defending Reading. And more importantly, Team 1 have been getting great attacks off onto Reading. This is just a little bit surprising.
I will say this. I mean, we don't have any skin in the game when it comes to teams. I'm very honest when asked. I don't have a favorite team.
Same.
I cheer for the story. I think it's important because I don't want it to impact the way that I cast, yada, yada, yada.
I like seeing good gameplay.
I like seeing good gameplay, and this is about as good as it gets from these two teams. I am having a whole lot of fun watching these two smash their heads against each other for the 3rd time in a month.
This is the type of match that makes you wish that there was infinite overtime, and that you could just keep, like, it just keeps going and going and going. But also, if that were the case, then we would probably, I think we might.
We'd be here a while.
We'd be here a while, yeah.
Unless MIBR ends it right now, but we'll wait and see.
Well, I mean, either one of these could end it because there's no OT, but yeah. Only one more round. 3 more minutes.
Bomb located by attackers. 5 seconds to go.
Well, maybe a little bit more than 3 minutes, Michael, if it goes into...
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
One thing I've noticed so far from today's matches in Latin America, every single team, there's been no real defined standout performer. I think Lukid's 13 kills over top of the rest of his team is the biggest distance.
But that's standard with his team, so...
Right, but I'm saying, well, other than that one time on Bank where he dropped like 20 kills or something like that.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, like, Lukid is the player that is fed on Team 1. They drone him in, they want him to get the kills, he gets the kills.
Oh, absolutely, but my point is that Latin America does tend to have teams that get very top-heavy with their fraggers. Think Nesk, think Cameraman or Math.
Nesk got to perform today.
Nesk did not have the greatest day today. But the point I'm trying to make is that nobody in Latin America, despite these teams all being as close as they have, 6-6, 7-5, 7-4, and now 6-5 being the score lines that we've had so far today, is no team has had one defined standout performer. Navi's has been pretty good, though, for MIBR. He'll take Falls out, and there's 4 ducks lined up for Team 1 that MIBR is going to have to go hunting for if they want to take the full 3 points here.
Yeah, it's looking a whole lot like a MIBR win right now, but of course with Lukid still alive, this is still possible, and as Fellapox eliminates Cyber, it's getting even more likely that we will see a draw. Ooh, nice mark there, but just a little too belated on the fire from Lukid, and Navi's gets away unscathed.
MIBR has seen something and they're rotating with both Hugzord and Navi's deciding to get a little bit closer towards the site, maybe allowing Bullet the freedom above, with M-King by his side. We've talked at length, you and I, about Maestro's role and how he works in a certain composition. He is not being played as your typical anchor right now. It's a common spot for Fellapox on repel by Cocktail to toss out those track stingers. Bullet's played in a similar position before. He'll retreat down the white stairs and scamper off. If that window is broken enough, he could hop on out, maybe to his doom if there's a Claymore there. But Fellapox is on repel and is exceedingly vulnerable.
And so far, it's looking like just a little bit of a stall out from Team 1. Lucas being constantly marked out. The question is he going to win the gunfight? He knows where his enemy is. It's a little bit of a standoff as, oh, yeah, it's control for top floor. Team 1 in the advantage now. There is a downed player on Rise. So technically HP advantage strongly for MIBR, but there's enough time to use this top floor to the attacker's advantage.
Rise will need to get picked up, and I think they're wary of 2 getting taken out by a singular Nitro Cell. Navi's finds Rise, who only had a tiny bit of HP. Rayduct frags back. 2v2, 25 seconds on the clock. All 4 remaining people in this match are at full HP. This is for all the marbles. 3 points for MIBR. You know how close Latin America gets. A loss to Team 1 here could already spell the end of their playoff race later on down the line with how vital these points end up being in Latin America. Navi's walks in, he gets sprayed down, immediately traded off by Bullet 1, and Bullet versus Rayduct in a 1v1, but the MP7 in hand, and Magic will strike as MIBR take 2 in a row, and that's 3 big points for them. That win was made in Brazil, so was the team. They win 7-5.
A big win there for MIBR off of 2 close calls on reading, and they push themselves to the top in Latin America. In terms of points, in terms of round count, that would be ints, I want to say. Yeah, now there'll be ints. And I'm honestly a little bit surprised by that because we played today all but 1 rounds of possible rounds played in total. Don't forget to get the MIBR skin.
Do you know why they won, Michael?
It's because of the MIBR skin.
Because of the MIBR bundle.
You gotta get the MIBR bundle.